Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Last time as we saw, we looked at what is a Perl package. We were able to write a simple print command which was able to print some hello world for you. We also looked at what actually are comments and what is single line comment and the multi-line comment. And then we were able to run the program. Today, I'll be trying to ask you some questions on that, and then I will introduce you two utilities which actually change the way I program. Okay, so let's get started. Here is our program which we wrote the other day, and as you know, I can repeat it over. This is the shebang line which tells the interpreter which place to pick it from. This is the package which is most like a Java program. Use is more like imports. You try to have the packages or modules which are written in Perl to use them in your program. Prints it, and then this is a multi-line comment, and this is a single line comment. Okay, and that was what we learned as last time. And if you remember, we were able to print it. That was the output, right? So taking it from there, I'm going to ask you a couple of questions. Point out really what did you observe, and these things is what will make you sharp when you go over a period of time when you start looking at these things. Did you really realize this? This is a comma. How can you write like this? So in this case, what happens is this print is a function which takes input as arrays. Okay, so you can pass on multiple values and then it will print them subsequently. But what happens if you do that for a printf? Right? Is it gonna work? Why don't you check it out? Okay. And the second question I have is, what is difference between you printing it like this within single quotes and the second line which you printed? So these things you have to start discovering them. If you don't discover them, you will not be able to understand what is going on. So always try to understand these things. Try to question yourself what you have understood, and then you take it from there. Okay, what if I remove this? Is it gonna run? What it did is said you're missing it. What if I do it like this? Will it still give me error? Yes. So these are the things you have to keep trying. Okay, if you don't try it, you will not be able to understand it. And suppose you are having a problem, so I'll also try to introduce you to something called perldoc. I don't know if you know it. Perldoc actually helps you to understand modules like this. Let's say you wanted to know about what did we do. So strict will actually give you all the details of that. Okay, these are nothing but your programs help man pages which are actually loaded. There is very brilliant utility which I really figured out recently, that hyphen f. Perldoc with hyphen f actually prints the details of the function and not the whole module. So that is a pretty good way to figure out all the details and all the information. Okay, so that's all about the exercise part. Now let's move on to something which I wanted to take you. Did you notice this? This dot kind of, attaches both those things and appends the slash n to the hello world, and then your output should be much cleaner. Okay, moving on, which I wanted to introduce you was perltidy. So perlcritic and perltidy, we can go in a sequence. They are very good utilities which you should use the way you are trying to do the perldoc. The similar way, perltidy actually, oh, so let's nothing happened. So what did really happen is created a file called perltdy. So now what we will do is we'll try to open that file and see what's happening there. Did you notice any difference in this and the way you wrote? Subtle differences? I hope you noticed this part and then this part. So what it does is it cleanses the way you wrote. There are a lot of problems which we make, or when you are writing programs and the programs get lengthier, it becomes very difficult for you to understand. All those things, keeping it clean, will be done by Perl tidy, and that is one of the best thing which you should actually start doing it from day one. Okay, so that is a subtle difference and it's a very good utility. I came to know it very late, but let's see. I think you should start using it now that you know when we ran this program this way it worked. But do you really believe it is perfect? So, and it actually matches all the standards. And what did I do? Oh, sorry, spelling mistake. Brutal. Wow, so many errors. That is something I will leave you with. Well, by the way, this is something which I am getting, and there is on the GitHub of Perl Critic. You will see what is this. There is an issue with this. This is especially happening only for 5.22 and 5.24, but not for 5.26. If you're using 5.26, you won't see this error which is coming here. Okay, so what is this, and what are these brutal? Perl Critic actually evaluates your code on the standards which are set for Perl. Okay, so there are 5 levels as you can see here. It's like it starts with gentle, stern, harsh, cruel, and brutal. So it's like you go up, higher you go. The -1 is like the highest one. So brutal is the highest, and gentle is, as the name specifies, it will try to evaluate on a slightly normal rate. Okay, so let's see if the option changes. See this? So when we actually tried to do it on a gentle, our code act completed, but when you try to do it on a brutal level, it complained hell lot of things. And that is what you should target, and that is what you should learn, and that is for that level you should write your program. And what does it make difference to you? It will change your perceptions and your understandings in how you should write a program. Well, that's it for now. And then if you need any further details, if you want me to cover these things in more detail, we can look into it. The things which I have used to create this video, the link, all the softwares like the Notepad++, Screen Recorder, or even the shortcut video maker, all the links for them will be given in the description. Do check them out. This is open source community. You should really appreciate visiting them. And well, by the way, I learned something today, and it really stick with me. That is, whatever you are doing, the only catalyst you have in that is yourself. On that note, Thanks very much. Do check out next time. I would be trying to put some further videos or for something else which I am learning over the period of time. Thank you all. Thanks for your time. Take care. God bless you.